Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to The Changing Stage, music gear talk from the manufacturers and musicians who define the biz. Here's your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
That's right. You heard correct. This is the Changing Stage radio show. My name is Florentino Buenaventura, and we are powered by the mighty WS Radio Networks, the worldwide leader in internet talk radio. And we are also brought to you by our fun friends over at SIR Music Equipment Rental, where you can get that gear you need. I know because they provide it for everybody. They provide it for the NAMM show. They provide it for any big tours. So if you need, you need gear to rent, they're the ones to go to. And of course, oh man, Paul, Pitbull Audio, right?
Right.
Yeah, those guys are great. They've got the best gear in town. In fact, Mesa Boogie is a favorite of Paul, right?
Sure.
Yeah, because it should be. It's your amp, they're the leader, and they've got all the great Mesa Boogie amps over there, plus a bunch of other fun stuff. So, we really appreciate them and sponsoring the show. And this is a great day. We've got some good friends here. This is awesome. We are going to be talking about not just music but TV today. We have Merdythe Winters here.
Hey.
Hey. It's a fun thing too, because we're going to be doing some cool stuff with She Rocks the Planet, which is a awards. It started off as awards, and now it's a TV show. You guys are a spinoff of the awards. I guess that. It wouldn't be a show, but it would be like, awards competition. I guess it wouldn't be a competition because they just nominate people.
It's an honoree awards. It's the She Rocks Awards are the first awards that are given to women in the music and audio industries. It was created by Laura B. Whitmore, who is the founder of the Women's International Music Network. That's thewomen.com.
Yep.
She's also the founder of the Women's Music Summit, and again, the creator of the She Rocks Awards. This woman is so amazing. She has been in this business for, I think, over 20 years, and she's an editor at Guitar World magazine. She does a column called Guitar Girl for Acoustic Nation. She's doing a number of other articles and for various other entities right now. I mean, this woman is such a powerhouse. And she knows everybody. Orianthi, Tish Saravallo from Daisy Rock Girl Guitars, Laura Taylor from Guitar Center, everybody at NAMM. I mean, she is probably one of the most loved women in the industry, and she created all of these amazing opportunities for women. She felt that there wasn't an awards show that was really focusing on women, and this year NAMM, God bless them, we love NAMM, we love them. They gave them the biggest ballroom. They had the first red carpet. This is their third year that they have done these awards. And it went from this breakfast little thing, even though they were honoring some amazing women like Sheila E. and Orianthi, Melina Moy, and again, a lot of very famous women in the industry itself.
Real players that, not just singers, but players that just kind of rise to the occasion.
Yeah, all these various companies. I mean, without these companies, there wouldn't be the instruments for people to play their instruments or have their bands. So again, people always look at, here's the front person or here's the singer, but they don't realize how much else is behind that particular artist. Like you were talking about the amplifiers.
Yeah.
Like Peavey. Peavey's an amazing company. Love Peavey. Again, like Daisy Rock Girl Guitars, the first guitar that were for girls.
Yeah.
The people who really, Dinah Gretsch, she got a She Rocks Awards last year.
Wow.
Gretsch is a,
they've been around for
amazing
years.
company. Zildjian, Ronnie Zildjian got a She Rocks Awards this year. Zildjian's one of the oldest companies in the history of the world, actually.
Yeah.
And here,
Somebody
let me
had to have something to clang on.
Yeah.
It just happened to be a Zildjian symbol.
Exactly, which started, from back in like the 1600s when they were making symbols as shields, actually, for the Ottoman Empire. In fact, let me give a shout out to the Museum of Making Music up in Carlsbad. Anybody who really wants to know the history of many of these fine companies and the business of making music, go to the Museum of Making Music. They educate kids.
And that's in Carlsbad.
That's in Carlsbad.
Over at the offices for NAMM.
By Legoland.
Yeah, by Legoland.
By Legoland.
Legoland, see some music equipment. We went up there and we did a tour with Carolyn. She's awesome, and Bill and all the crew over at NAMM.
And don't you think that is an amazing museum, and more people in the world should know about that museum?
Yeah, there's a lot. I didn't realize there's crazy instruments that came from other places, like the banjo came from Africa.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know. That's just that's the most random thing. Banjo came from Africa. Okay.
And it's, that's the thing. You can learn history. They have educational tours for kids.
Yeah.
There's concerts that typically sell out, but it's one of the best kept secrets, and it really shouldn't be a secret.
Yeah. And we're all doing stuff with them. We definitely appreciate them and all the fun stuff that's going on there. Now, here I want to ask you, kind of now that's about the awards show and the awards nominees, but let's talk about the TV show.
Okay.
How did Merdythe get started with all this fun stuff going down this path?
Well, it's kind of a fun story. I had gotten a scholarship to the Women's Music Summit that was being held at the Musicians Institute in Hollywood about 2 years ago.
Because you're a musician yourself.
Yeah, I play piano and I sing songs and I write songs. I have an award-winning kids album.
Oh, wow.
I did projects
I didn't know that.
Oh, well.
Now I do.
Learn something new. I had worked with homeless and underserved children in Southeast San Diego for many years. And
that's awesome.
So I had come up with ideas as far as a children's album called Planet One Songs, Let's Make Everyday Earth Day, and a lot of the children that were in the group, the Recycle Kids, which we are actually the official environmental youth ambassadors for the city of San Diego. We've gotten a number of commendations.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool. And that was sort of a past life, but it'd be nice to resurrect that at some point. So through that, I was actually doing some children's television programming. I have a YouTube channel called Planet One Posse. So if people want to look, they can see some of the materials that the children...
taking care of the planet, right?
Yeah, exactly. Healthy minds, healthy bodies, healthy spirit. Let's make everyday Earth Day. One planet, one people, one destiny.
Okay.
So we did a lot of stuff. A lot of things we did actually with Makeda Dredd at the World Beat Center.
Yeah.
So we did a lot of work with
That's a local cultural center here, folks, for those that are not aware of us here in San Diego.
Yes, exactly. And without Makeda Dredd in San Diego, there would be no reggae, which I'm a big reggae fan.
Reggae is probably one of the number one, if not the number one, genre of music that kind of performs in all the different clubs.
Exactly. So love reggae. So through that process... I get this. I'm ASCAP writer-publisher member. So I was looking through ASCAP, and I saw that they had these scholarships to the Women's Music Summit. And I thought, hey, I'm going to apply for this. And I got one, and I was like, wow, cool. So I go to the Musicians Institute a couple summers ago, and I spend 3 days. Laura B. Whitmore was hosting and leading this group of women from all over the world. She had Jennifer Batten, who had played with Michael Jackson for 10 years.
San Diego girl.
Exactly. Claremont High, actually, was, then she was talking about Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which that's the movie that's based on Claremont High. Yeah. And let's see, she had Holly Knight, who had just gotten in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. There's very few women in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. She worked with Pat Benatar and Tina Turner. And all these amazing women. And I said to her at the end of it, I said, I think there's a TV show here. So I went back and I kind of worked on creating something, and we discussed things for a number of months, and we decided let's shoot the She Rocks Awards, which was in 2014, which they were giving Sheila E. the big award. And again, it was a breakfast award ceremony. And basically, that's how She Rocks the Planet was born. We went to NAMM. We got press passes. We got all sorts of interviews with like Lisa Loeb, Vicki Peterson from the Bangles, Tish Saravallo from Daisy Rock Girl Guitars, Sheila E., of course. We met Alexi, who you interviewed at NAMM, the child prodigy drummer. Just innumerable. I mean, I think I collected about 30 hours of content.
Wow.
And then they were so generous, all these women and their PR people and their managers, that they gave us another 30 hours of content. And again, we're doing this like no budget. So we were lucky to get this wonderful pilot done, which has now been winning
it's pretty amazing.
A number of awards. It is. It's a miracle.
We're definitely going to talk about that in the next segment because we've got about 30 seconds before all the fun commercials will start to kick in. So now that you've got this TV show, you've got some awards, what would you like to lead off to the next segment? That's a good question, right?
It's a good question. Actually, it might be kind of fun as to how we actually got the pilot done and how Sheila E. blessed us.
That was that one story that we didn't get a chance to get take care of at NAMM. Well, stay tuned, folks, because we will be right back with Merdythe Winter and She Rocks the Planet. We've got another special guest coming up in the segment after that. This is the Changing Stage Radio Show, powered by the great WS Radio Networks, the worldwide leader in Internet Talk Radio, and thanks to SIR Music Equipment Rental and Pitbull Audio. You guys rock. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Thank you for listening to WS Radio. Improve your business and your life with useful information from experts and thought leaders. WS Radio is radio with ROI.
You may have heard me brag about Progressive Medical Center and just how much they've helped me with my health. And Dr. Goley, one thing that you've helped so many people with is migraines.
Unfortunately, there are millions and millions of Americans who are suffering with migraines and headaches, and they're debilitating because it affects the quality of their life, and they cannot function properly. At Progressive, we get the root cause because we understand that migraines could be caused by nutritional deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, believe it or not, delayed food sensitivities. And once we determine what the real reason is, we put a plan of action together with medication that we get them off slowly, and we put them on an all-natural approach, and the results are amazing.
Incredible. I mean, there's so many people that can say they don't live their lives with migraines anymore thanks to Progressive Medical Center.
And that's what's exciting and rewarding to us as physicians because we help our patients take control of their health, and that's why they're living well.
Why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today? Don't live in pain. Don't have migraines anymore. Just go to their website, progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life. Live it well.
In the military, things can change in an instant. At Navy Mutual Aid Association, we understand because it's our life too. That's why our dedication to serving the life insurance needs of our military veterans and their families is unrivaled. Navy Mutual offers superior life insurance protection without military service restrictions and limitations. A single focus on providing the peace of mind military families are looking for. That's what we do. Navy Mutual, insuring those who serve. Call 800-628-6011 or go to NavyMutual.org.
I have some good news for a change. With the stressful times upon us, having a regular glass of wine has proved in many studies to reduce stress. Want some more stress-relieving tips? VinVillage.com is an exciting new social organization connecting wine lovers around the country with an exclusive local and online wine lifestyle experience. Vin Village members can meet others online and in person, attend wine dinners and tastings, participate in forums, blogs, and wikis, purchase limited and exclusive wines, even create your own wine. You heard me. Create your own wine. And best yet, membership is free. So reduce some of the stress and have some fun. Join now and connect with thousands of other like-minded wine lovers. To learn more, go to vinvillage.com. That's www.vinvillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, vinvillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.
Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to The Changing Stage, music gear talk from the manufacturers and musicians who define the biz. Here's your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
The second segment of the Changing Stage radio show, powered by WS Radio Networks, the worldwide leader in internet talk radio, and brought to you by SIR Music Equipment Rentals, where you can get all the great gear for any show that you need, and also Pitbull Audio, our fun friends over there that really they power San Diego when it comes down to gear. And we're here with Merdythe, the winner from She Rocks the Planet. She was grooving to our theme song earlier. That was Paul playing guitar, by the way.
Oh, cool. I loved it.
Yeah. So we were, I always think though with my announcer that we're going to get into a boxing match afterwards, but it's fun. It's fun stuff. We have fun over here at WS Radio Networks, right?
Oh, this is totally fun. I love it. It's so great. I love it here.
Yeah. We, in fact, it's funny, a little side story. Wade, who was the owner of the network, got his start with Merdythe back in the day on TV.
Yeah?
Yeah, with your Planet One Posse deal. So it's kind of a family thing, and we randomly met. I mean, kind of serendipitous how all that stuff works out. Through a mutual friend of ours, a PR agent said, "Hey, you got to have this. This lady is dynamite. She's just making things happen, and she's making a difference for women in music. And you need to talk to her." And then, we had you on the show for a segment over at the NAMM show, and then we knew that we had to have you back.
All right.
So you had a really special story that we didn't quite have time for it. I guess, we saved the best for a real impactful time. Tell us that story. It's about Sheila E. and how the pilot got kicked off.
Exactly. Well, when we started this, we weren't really sure what direction it was going to go. And in the process of creating She Rocks the Planet, I realized that there really was no television series featuring or focusing women in the music and audio industries. And I was actually shocked. And I'm a TV junkie. I watch everything. So I know what's out there. And I've been in this business for a long time now. And I was actually really surprised that there wasn't something that was more female musician centered.
Yeah.
We always hear about the Lady Gagas, Madonna, and again, God bless them. I love them. But what about the women who are also musicians and writers and singers, and that they do more than just one thing, and that they're independent artists? And a lot of artists these days, some of them have had label deals, but in the process, it didn't work out so well for them. Many of them are controlling their own destinies now, and they're independent artists. And I thought, my gosh, we really could be doing something that is a female indie artist and some really cool guys. Centered type of show. So here we are at the NAMM convention, NAMM show, shooting the She Rocks Awards. And Sheila E. wins this big award. And we do this interview with Sheila E. and Laura B. Whitmore. It's a fabulous interview. You have to see our show, Sheila E. Icon. It's in there. Laura is an amazing journalist. I mean, she really knows her stuff. So the PR firm whisks Sheila E. away to the John Lennon educational tour bus. They're going to be doing a big segment for the HuffPost Live. So we're all following them. We get on the bus, and there's not a lot of room on the bus. You've been on the bus, right?
I have not. I've seen it.
It's not that big of a bus, but it has a full-on audio and video and streaming. And, I mean, this is the most amazing bus. I absolutely love the John Lennon educational tour bus. There are some of my favorite people there. So we get on the bus. And Janie L. Hendricks, Jimmy's sister, who has also won a She Rocks Awards, she's on there. and Latin Grammy winner, Gabby Moreno.
Okay.
She's also on the bus, and Laura, and Sheila E., and my camera person, and myself, and Sheila's manager, and everybody else, and they just don't have enough room, so they kick some of us off the bus. And Laura has to go back and interview Melina Moy, who had won the Next Generation Award, which, that's a big deal, because she's the next female Jimi Hendrix. She's mentored by Janie L. Hendrix. I mean, this woman is a superstar. So Gilbert is Sheila E.'s manager. He's the nicest man in the world. We're both waiting out there, and I'm thinking, I'm going to talk to Gilbert, because since he's Sheila E.'s manager, he'll be able to help me. And I said, look, we'd really like to shoot the concert tonight. And he goes, okay, I'm going to get you in so that you can shoot the concert, but you're only going to be able to use 15 seconds of what you shoot. I'm like, okay. And the interview that you have. And he signed the release forms, and, he helps me out with that. And I'm thinking to myself, I want more footage than this.
15 seconds.
15 seconds in a 5-minute interview, and that's it. And I love Sheila E. since like back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up with her. She's like one of my, she is my icon. She's a number of people's icons. So I bugged him every week from the end of NAMM, so the end of January until just around April. I emailed him and I made a phone call every week, and I said, please, Gilbert, give me some more footage. We put out our sizzle reel April 22nd onto YouTube, the official sizzle reel. People can see that on our YouTube channel, She Rocks the Planet. I get a call from Gilbert and the PR people, and they said, if we give you everything you want, can you do a special that will coincide with the launch of Sheila E.'s memoir that's coming out in September? And I'm like, yeah, thank you so much. And so that is how we got all these amazing music videos that were shot by her brother, Peter Michael Escoveda. He's the director. The electronic press kit, and innumerable other interviews, and that's how we ended up being able to create the world premiere pilot, She Rocks the Planet TV, Sheila E. Icon, which is now winning all sorts of awards. In fact, right after NAMM, we won the Online Film Festival, which I believe is going to be the Sundance of online film festivals in the future.
Yeah, you guys have been winning all these great awards. So tell us, you've won that one, the Online Film Festival. What are some of the other ones that you've won? And then you've got a new one that's coming up.
Yes, we've got a number of them that are coming up. And let's see, we're 21 official selections in independent international film festivals. And I keep tripping out because we're a TV show, and yet we're being accepted into a lot of film festivals that are Academy Award qualifiers, which, again, we're not exactly going to qualify for the Academy Awards.
Right? Yeah, I want to personally vouch. I've seen the show. It's an amazing show. It provides so much insight into the lives and careers, and it's on par with our message here about what is going on with this business. It's all changing. So and we need to evolve with it. So you've got these great awards.
Let's see. We won the Online Film Festival. We've been a diamond winner in the California Film Awards. We've won 2 gold awards. Let's see. I'm listing. I don't have all my list in front of me. I should have brought that in front of me. Let's see. We've been in a number of festivals that actually do that. One of the festivals that we've gotten an award in, let's see. Well, people can go actually to our YouTube channel and see all the list. And we're also working on it on our website with the laurels and the various ones. And that's sherockstheplanet.tv.
Okay.
So you can see our ever-changing list, which almost every other day we're getting into something.
And you guys are up for, you're working on the telly, right?
Yes, thank you. We're working on the People's Telly Awards, and there's like 2 more weeks where people can vote for us in the People's Telly Awards on online video. There's 42 entries. It's very competitive. It's very prestigious. It's entries from all over the world. It's been around for 36 years.
Yeah, it's an amazing award.
And the only way we're going to win is if the people vote for us, and they can vote 1 or more times a day. If they follow us on Twitter, which is @SheRocksPlanet, or on Facebook, She Rocks the Planet, or go to our website, sherockstheplanet.tv. We have a link. So you can vote through Facebook, you can vote through Twitter, you can vote through Google+, or you can set up your own Telly Awards account, which is just your email and password. It's, then they'll probably send you some things. But you can vote once or more a day for us, and we've got people all over Twitter. In fact, I was checking. I think I'm tweeting the most of anybody about the People's Telly Awards. We actually went from April 22nd. I had never done Twitter and done any social media actually before that besides Facebook. We're almost at 9,000 followers. And no bots, no buys. This is all organic, and this is all being done. Like if you tweet, you're going to get me. If you want to engage in some social media, I will engage with you. That's what social media is all about.
It is.
And we've got fans.
It's the next generation of news source in 146 characters, right?
Exactly. I love it. I call them friends, FRENZ, instead of followers. But we have almost 9,000 followers, and they're from all over the world. And some of our biggest friends are like in Argentina, in other countries, which is why right now we're on YouTube. I want my friends to be able to see our show wherever they are and not be shut out just because they're living in a country that can't see our show. Great
possibilities with technology now. We've got about 10 seconds before the next commercial, and we've got a great guest coming on. Jeannie Diva will be on here very shortly. So we're going to be coming back, folks. Make sure you stay tuned. We might actually be... I'm going to allude a little bit to it. We might actually be doing a little radio show about the She Rocks the Planet. We're just going to give that little teaser. This is the Changing Stage radio show powered by WS Radio Networks, the worldwide leader in internet talk radio, brought to you by SIR Music Equipment Rental and Pitbull Audio. And stay tuned because we've got an amazing vocal coach that you need to hear from.
The Penske Automotive Group is one of the premier automotive retailers in the country, and we're proud to serve Southern California with 15 Penske Automotive dealerships. Our dealers are home to some of San Diego's best selection of new and certified pre-owned Acura, Audi, BMW, Honda, Lexus, Mazda, Mercedes-Benz, Mini, Scion, Smart, and Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, we offer some of the most comprehensive parts and service departments in the automotive industry. At Penske Automotive Southern California, our commitment to customer service is second to none. We're never satisfied until you are. Located across San Diego, from Escondido to Mission Valley, no matter where you are in Southern California, a Penske Automotive dealer is never far away. We're never satisfied until you are. The Penske Automotive Group, Southern California. Go to PenskeAutomotive.com.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get to the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at progressivemedicalcenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life, live it well.
This is Bill Gruber with BizVid Communications, a Southern California video production leader. We've been honored to sponsor, produce, write, and host many of the fine programs on WS Radio over the years. so we understand how important the internet and your website exposure are. As video producers, we know the tricks and secrets to incorporate video to increase your search engine optimization and business success. Visit bizvidcommunications.com to see what we can do for you. BIZVID communications.com.
Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to The Changing Stage, music gear talk from the manufacturers and musicians who define the biz. Here's your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
All right, this is the third segment of the Changing Stage radio show, powered by WS Radio Networks, the worldwide leader in internet talk radio. And my name is Florentino Buenaventura, and always we are brought to you by SIR Music Equipment Rental and Pitbull Audio, where they just want you to play it loud. And all the women are rocking the planet right now, Merdythe, and we've got a friend of yours and one of the people that you've had on your show, and just an amazing, talented vocalist as well as the vocal coach to the stars, Miss Jeannie Diva. You there? Jeannie.
Hello.
Hey, Jeannie, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing very well, Florentino.
Hi, Jeannie. I love you.
Hi, Merdythe.
So, we've been talking about the TV show and about just amazing women in the music business, and you are one of them. There's no doubt to that. You've been a vocalist. You've got so many testimonies and endorsements by different people of notoriety, engineers, producers, people who've worked with like Fleetwood Mac, Elton John, Bette Midler, the Rolling Stones, Moonlight Jagger. So, Jeannie, I always like to kind of get the background where it starts from, because our show is to the people in the music business, and quite a few of those people are people who are just starting in the business. And so we like to kind of give an idea of where they're going. So how did you get started in the business, Jeannie?
I have to say my family really launched me into the arts right from the very beginning, and I trained and had numerous experiences and professional experience in acting, dance, and music. But music always seemed to be the central navigating road for me. And at the age of 12, I had my first professional gig in Greenwich Village, New York.
Wow.
My partner was Janice Ian at the time. A lot of people now may not know her name, but she was signed at the age of 16 and had a lot of big hits.
She's definitely an icon. So
yeah, you know her name. Yeah,
they actually showed the last week for the 40th anniversary of Saturday Night Live. The night before, they showed the first episode, and Janice Ian was singing her famous song at 17.
Society's Child.
Yeah.
Well, her first hit was Society's Child, which was very controversial in that it was right on the ebb of the of all the aspects of civil rights, and then her next really big hit was, I think it was called At the Age of 17.
Exactly.
But that's great to hear she was on.
Yeah.
So what else can I answer for you? That was my launch.
So that was your launch. And you, like I said, I got a chance to look over some of the stuff and seeing you perform. You just got a very powerful voice. Now, when you were doing that in Greenwich Village, what was your thoughts? Were you thinking you're going to be becoming a vocal coach, or you were looking at just having a career as a singer songwriter? What direction were you headed at that time?
I was headed as a performer, which I still do, and but after I graduated Berklee College of Music in the mid-'70s, and having established many aspects that assisted them in launching their vocal department, I realized that as a singer, I had gotten so many contrary directions on what was the quote-unquote right way of singing that I was losing the joy. It was getting very complicated, and I felt further from my original goal, which was to be able to be an expressive, passionate singer, really embracing the audience, and I was shrinking from that because I was so confused from the directions that I had been given. It's not uncommon that one teacher tells you to do X, Y, Z, and then if you go to another teacher, they say, forget about everything that you've learned now, do this instead. This is the right way, and it gets very opinionated.
Yeah.
Not all teachers are like that, but it can be a very common theme with singers who have reached out to excel as vocalists and ask for assistance in technique to do that. So when I finally realized that was the thing that was holding me back and causing me to shrink from performing, even though I had been doing it for so many years professionally, I realized that I needed to figure out what was really the definition of right versus wrong as a vocal technique, and from there began researching from a scientific angle rather than studying voice teachers. I went for, well, what's the simple biological way, if you will, on how the body works to make sound. And it was not the easiest road to take, but the fruits of my labor revealed what I had always felt, which is that it doesn't have to be complicated. The body is designed to make sound as the let's call it the manifestation of the singer's imagination. And if you understand how it works, it's so simple, and it rids all the complexities that can riddle one's desire to sing, and all of a sudden, boom, out comes the real passion and the creativity that is within any person who has the passion to sing.
Yeah.
And that launched my method, which is been known around the world now for quite a while, called the Diva Method.
Yes,
and I just want everyone to know it's not D-I-V-A. My last name is D-E-V-A.
That's so perfect, though, right?
Yeah, thanks. It actually has. If you look it up in an English dictionary, you'll find there is a definition for D-E-V-A. There's two definitions. One is God or goddess, and the other is pervading spirit, which I think is just so lovely.
Yes, yeah. So it works on multiple levels for you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And her method will work with anyone. I mean, it's absolutely one of the best methods out there, and I highly recommend anyone looking for a vocal coach, they really should highly consider working with Jeannie Diva, either privately or seeing what other ways they can work with her.
Because they can work with you through the internet now with Skype and all that fun stuff, right?
That's right. I was actually one of the first teachers to start using Skype. I started using it pretty much just a few months after it launched, which now is over 10, 13 years ago. And but even before that, I had clients who, would go out on tour and they would need to check in with me, or they'd run into a vocal problem and want some coaching. So I began figuring out how to do it long distance, and I went through a number of different aspects of technology to do that by phone and with different boxes that gave audio input. Oh, it was crazy. And then finally Skype launched, and I was like, yes, this is, an answer to my dream. And it's so easy to use. So I use that, and I use FaceTime. And I also was sought out by a very prestigious online music school company called ArtistWorks a few years ago.
Okay.
They've got something like 28 different instrumental schools, and they decided that they wanted to have a vocal school. So they researched who they wanted, and I was very honored to be asked to join their team. And it's a very unique kind of thing because it's a video exchange. So I've got hundreds of video lessons that I mapped out in sequential order, and anybody who's part of the school, my school, has 24/7 access to it. And then when a person wants to get personalized input, they video themselves, about a 3-minute video of either singing a song or doing an exercise that's there. It's uploaded in a special way, comes to me, I video my response, and it uploads to the site. So everybody's learning from each other at the same time as, of course, learning from me. And then I have in-house, and with various celebrity clients, they'll bring me on location either to work their performance on stage as they prepare for tours or come into my studio. And I have a very timely announcement, if I might.
Please, we've got about 30
today
seconds.
I sign a lease. I'll be moving to the Hollywood Hills
in
LA as of April 1st, and I'm so excited.
And
So,
ArtistWorks is one of She Rocks the Planet's sponsors. They're one of our early sponsors, and that's one of the reasons that we love Jeannie so much, whether people can study with her privately or whether they would like to work with her through ArtistWorks.
Yeah.
We totally endorse Jeannie Diva.
Hey, Jeannie, we're gonna bring you back for a second segment. We're going to talk a little bit more about your career and your diva method. And this is the Changing Stage Radio Show, powered by WS Radio Networks, the worldwide leader in internet talk radio. And we'll be back in a few short minutes, thanks to SIR Music Equipment Rental and Pitbull Audio, where they just want you to play it loud. Merdythe, the winners, will also be back with us in a very short moment.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
I raised $8,000 to build schools for South African children. After realizing how many people go hungry in San Diego, I now volunteer at a food pantry.
I'm spending the next year doing volunteer projects across 3 countries and helping in ways they designate to be the most helpful.
The World Link program at the Joan B. Kroc Institute for Peace and Justice recognizes the potential of youth as agents of social change. Learn how you can help youth become a generation of leaders in action at peace.sandiego.edu.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get to the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at progressivemedicalcenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life, live it well.
Are your feet hurting you? I mean, really hurting you so much that you can't come to the fair and enjoy other activities with your friends? If so, you may have plantar fasciitis, a chronic inflammation of the connective tissues in the foot. I'm Holly Halsey. I'm a licensed acupuncturist, and I can help you with your pain. I invite you to visit me at my webpage, AccuSageHouseCalls.com. That's ACUSSAGE, housecalls.com. Find out what pain-free feels like.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way? A which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at whichwich.com, and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICH, WICH. Whichwich.com.
Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to The Changing Stage, music gear talk from the manufacturers and musicians who define the biz. Here's your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
All right, this is the fourth and final segment for today of the Changing Stage radio show powered by WS Radio Networks, the worldwide leader in internet talk radio. And my name is Florentino Buenaventura. And again, thanks to our sponsors, SIR Music Equipment Rental and Pitbull Audio, where they just want you to play it loud. We have guests, Miss Merdythe Winter and Jeannie Diva. So we're just talking with Jeannie. Jeannie, you there?
I'm here.
All right, very good. So, you've had this amazing career. You've got this method, and you call it the non-classical version of vocal coaching. And you've had some great clients. One of my favorites, actually, is Amy Mann with Voices Carry and all that fun stuff. Till Tuesday, she's amazing. Who right now? Tell us a little bit about, tell us one of the fun stories, I guess. That's kind of what I'm alluding to. One of the fun stories in the business that you've had, and one of the things that's kind of been, like a game changer for you.
Sure. Well, when I think of assisting a singer, starting back in the 80s, I realized that it's not just about vocal technique, although that is part of it. And vocal technique, we essentially, from my viewpoint, is knowing how to work with your body and get out of its way, so to speak, while in building it up to be able to do everything that it is ultimately designed to do, so that you as a singer can be expressive and passionate and emotional and have it show in the voice with no second guessing or wondering if it's going to be right when you open your mouth. So that would be essentially the quick view of vocal technique. But then, because of the ever-escalating aspects of singer gear, there is a necessity to know how to work with gear, both live on stage as well as in the recording studio.
Yeah, that's true.
And what I found, starting again around the 80s, is that a lot of singers don't understand certain aspects of the gear that they're working with, and as a result, they don't know how to marry their efforts with the gear and get the most from it. So a microphone, for example, and the choice of which one is still, for many singers, a confusion. And so I began researching singer gear, again, both for live stage as well as in the recording studio, and working on educating singers about that and figuring out how to put it in what I call singer speak. When a singer goes on the web, on the internet to find out, well, what kind of microphone should I buy? Usually the companies have all these words that are undefined and make it, you're left scratching your head. How can you tell which mic is the right one for you based on the way that it's worded? So I began reviewing microphones, headsets, effects pedals, which T.C. Helicon is a master at.
Oh, yeah.
And finding how to communicate the different elements in a way that's just very straightforward and doesn't riddle a person with, what in the world are they trying to say here? And that also launched my ebook called Singer's Guide to Powerful Performances, which has a lot of information, not only on how to find your style, how to work with vibrato, but a whole lot of things regarding in-ear monitors, working with microphones, mic technique, how to choose the right mic, how to get vocal blend, etc. So back in around 1987, 88, singers started coming to me. I was in Boston at that time. I had my studio there. And singers started coming to me asking, and letting me know, boy, I was in this recording studio yesterday, and my voice blew out after 45 minutes, and I couldn't get what the producer or the engineer wanted me to get, and now I've lost my voice, and blah, blah, blah. One of the singers that was sent to me by her producer was Amy Mann.
Ah, yeah. One of my favorites.
She was recording at that time her third album, and there were things that were occurring, and she and I worked very closely together for a while, and then she went in and recorded a duet with Elvis Costello and got exactly what it was that she wanted and what the producer was going for. But there were certain things, both on a technique level, that she was trying to rise to, that she needed to know more about, and how to work with the recording studio gear at that time. And so my involvement in that has grown and grown through those years, and I feel that the three areas that need to be addressed for any singer, again, is technique, performance, and how to work with your gear. So I have reviews on my website about that, and I blog about it, and we've got like over 400 unique visitors that come to my website daily.
Wow.
For the free advice that I give and the gear reviews that I do and all of that, and I've got products that they can use to enhance their voice and save their voice and build their voice. And just to throw it in, my website address is my name, which is spelled Jeannie, Diva, D-E, V as in Victor, A.com. And there's lots and lots of things there that can help a singer right away.
That's awesome.
That's why She Rocks the Planet loves Jeannie Diva. That's why we say she's the celebrity vocal coach, the vocal coach to the stars. That's why we trust when Jeannie Diva gives us advice, when she tells us about, a Sennheiser headset or Blue microphone or TC Helicon or the various products that she endorses, we can trust that the information has been scientifically proven and has been Jeannie Diva proven.
Which is important.
Thank you.
So we got about a minute left. Jeannie and Merdythe, what kind of advice would you have for young ladies that are looking at getting in the business, whether they be players or singers?
My main thing is the old adage, knowledge is power. And when somebody is starting out in any business, knowing the business to a certain extent, I mean, you don't have to have masters in it, but knowing what's involved and that sort of thing is very important. Otherwise, you don't know how to open the right door. It's also with music, there are so many aspects to it. There's the artistry of it, and then there's the taking it onto the stage. There used to be a magazine called From Basements to Backstage. They used to endorse me when they were around. That goes back some years. And I thought that was a very good title, So you've got the incubator stage where you're developing, and then you bring it onto the stage. and then you bring it to the world. So it becomes a business, but it's an artistic endeavor.
Yeah.
And those two things can get confused and make the whole endeavor very difficult.
Hey, Jeannie?
So get educated.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hate to cut you short. This has been the Changing Stage radio show. Awesome information from Gina Diva and about the TV show She Rocks the Planet. We'll be back next week. Stay tuned.
Progressive Medical.
Hey, this is Heidi Rue, and you know, Progressive Medical Center has literally changed my life and my health, but I'm not the only one. Adele suffered from bone deterioration, bone overgrowth, profound muscle discomfort, physical exhaustion, and mental fog. In fact, the bone deterioration becomes so serious that she had to have back surgery. Well, after the surgery, she still didn't feel well, and so that's when she heard about Progressive Medical Center. Progressive Medical Center discovered that her adrenals weren't working properly, her hormones were out of whack, and the drugs she had been taking were doing more harm than good. Adele came into Progressive Medical Center in a walker, physically and mentally exhausted. But now she's a world traveler. She hikes and walks several miles a day, and it's all thanks to Progressive Medical Center. 770-676-6000. 770-676-6000.
Progressive Medical. This is your life. Live it well.
Take a break from politics. Tune in and learn something. WS Radio shows are worth your time and are filled with tips and advice. Add us to your lunch routine, and we'll give you a meal for your mind.
Hey, do you want a great price on a new or used car? Hi, this is professional racing driver Don Swanson, and I know a thing or two about cars. I'm talking about Military Auto Center, San Diego's original and only automotive warehouse where low overhead means low prices on your next vehicle. Stop by and experience a friendly and casual way to discuss your car needs. They're located conveniently at 9323 Activity Road. You can call them at 858-831-7887 or online at militaryautocenter.com. We'll see you there.
Do you want to be a professional coach? Are you in business trying to make a real difference with people you manage or work with? Have you started a coaching practice that isn't quite getting off the ground? Get the skills you need to be a successful coach today with the Coaches Training Program from Accomplishment Coaching. The Coaches Training Program will show you how to help others focus and be more fulfilled. Whether you want to improve your company's bottom line or create a thriving coaching practice, Accomplishment Coaching can give you the distinctions and practices you need to coach others effectively today. Accomplishment Coaching has spent 6 years developing a cutting-edge coaches training program that will have you ready to coach people professionally in just 12 months, and you don't have to take time off work to do it. To find out more about the Coaches Training Program, just call 1-888-548-6813. That's 1-888-548-6813.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.